Bro, man, it's Soak TV, and I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm watching this Johnny Depp trial, this Depp v. Heard trial, and I'm sitting here and I'm 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 in awe. I'm strucken by the onslaught of attacks and shade and just all these things. Like they really coming for Mr. Depp. And I'm looking at this talent agent right now, and she's giving her testimony, and I'm like, bro, what did he do to you? Because she coming at him with a vengeance, like she's going above and beyond what the lawyers even ask her. And lawyers like, okay, what about this? She's like, yeah. And there's one more thing I want to add. I wanted to say this myself. And she's going into like details. It's like, bro, it's crazy. Like you just had Camille up against her. Cause Camille would have been on fire with them objections and that speculation. Cause was doing a lot of speculation. Like she's not even really an industry head like that. She's working on independent films. There was one line and she's like, "Oh, I'm working with actors and actresses you may know," and she's naming. I'm like, I'm listening for a name I know until she finally got to Ethan Hawke. Like, who's Ethan Hawke? That's a dude from Training Day, bro. That's Denzel's co-star. He's not even Ethan Hawke. He's Denzel's co-star. So I'm like, bro, they really just bringing people out the woodwork. Like, first it was the hand doctor who we're not gonna talk about him no more. We not gonna talk about him no more. We not gonna talk about Mr. Marty McFly's doctor. We're not gonna talk about him neither. But they getting these people out the woodwork. First it's her friends, then the people I mentioned, then they're getting the ex. Like apparently with this whole thing, he had a ex talent agent. Um she testified against him. You could tell she was salty. You could tell. And now you bring out this person, this lady here, and she's worked with some studios, but like her biggest award, lady asked her if you want any awards. We all know what awards. We talking about Golden Globes. We talking about Oscars. We talking about Emmys. This girl talking about we won the music festival award. I could win the music festival award. Like not taking nothing away from people who put their time, energy, money, resources behind these films, but you know what I'm saying? Like I could with the independent. I could make it. I could produce. I could, you know what I'm saying, be part of an independent film. You know what I'm saying? And I could, and if it was good enough, it could win. So I don't know what she's talking about. She won festival awards. Like basically just lets me know she's not even on par with his level of talent in college. She's never been in rooms with him. She's never been there. She's not that person. Like you're not that guy. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that they got her on the stand just blowing smoke up the jury's, like it's sad to me. And it let me know that her people really went as far as they could. They want, like, you mean to tell me you couldn't grab not one, you couldn't grab someone in Disney, you couldn't grab anybody, like even like the person that he brought up, his Hollywood expert. That's a real expert. Like this dude was behind so many deals. He's an insider. She's an outsider looking in. She's on some the grass is greener on the other side type of, you never seen the grass or you never seen it. You've never touched it. You never laid your paws on that greener grass. You sitting there, oh, you know what I'm saying, on the other side, on the film festival side, you know what I'm saying, desiring to get in. And you notice she said 50-50 of her time was split between consulting and testimony or whatever. Like you could tell it was like a little side stutter because it's less than 50-50. Like it's not 50-50. It's more like 70-30. 30 on the consultant side because no one's consulting you. You're doing 70% of this kind of lawyer work. So you can adjust the facts to make it seem like you really know what you're talking about. Like, you don't. You're not really close to these stars. You're not moving in these circles. Financially. You're really not. So the fact that they got her, they're just really calling people who have vendettas, people who have never walked in these circles, people who are just outsiders looking in, trying to describe um to the jury what the lawyers have painted for them, what Miss Heard has painted for them. It's not fooling me, and it's not fooling any of us internet jurors. We're not being fooled by that. We know the psychology breakdown. You know what I mean? She don't even look healthy. How you understand testifying about how this person's, erratic behavior and drugs and alcohol? You look like you on some drugs and on some alcohol. You know what I'm saying? You sipping that bottle of water that's damn near halfway empty. Like you sitting there savoring the last bits of drops of that water. Why don't you have a fresh bottle of water? If you such a Hollywood insider, why don't you have a full bottle of water? Why don't you have a canteen? Why you and I don't even know what kind of water that was she was drinking, but it was like this much water in that bottle, and she was just trying to savor every last drop. Like this is the most exposure you're gonna get. So just like she's trying to savor that water in that bottle, she's trying to savor her moment in the limelight. But that cross examination coming. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that cross examination coming. And just how we had last buddy on the stand sweating, you know what I'm saying? Man was not even sweating, he was melting on the stand. He was ready to you know what I'm saying? He was ready to run outside the courtroom first chance he got. And he did. So yeah, that cross examination coming, baby. So we're gonna get into that too, but I'm not liking what I'm seeing, man. They look like they'll call me out there if I said I knew Johnny Depp, or you know what I'm saying, like they calling anybody, just anybody out here. Like she don't look like she would be a Hollywood exec. How you a Hollywood exec and you got half a bottle of water? You didn't come prepared. You didn't know you were testifying. You didn't have 2 bottles of water. Where's your assistant? Your assistant didn't carry no water for you. Like, what are you doing? They just came off break not too long ago. What, you couldn't fork up the $2.99 for a bottle of water in the vending machine? Come on, man. Stop playing with it. You could fool people in the courtroom and the people watching at home, but you can't fool us watching at home. You can't fool it's Soak TV. You can't. So this we're gonna follow up with you on the cross examination, Miss Hollywood exec.